Intro time. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabriel, coming at you straight from Manhattan, New York with my brother.
What's up?
We're on our way home, and this is our weekly Sunday night drive talk. I know they're not numbered or nothing like that, but eventually they will be. I'm just being lazy.
Very.
Better descriptions on that tag, on that nonsense. I don't got no time for that. I got 2 kids. Shoot. Anywho,
Yes.
we were just talking about how to get to go watch a basketball game, what is it you need?
I needed to provide proof of full vaccination. Oh yeah, not even the first dose. I need to provide proof of both, or like if I take the Moderna or the Pfizer, I need to provide full vaccination report and a negative antigen report.
We're not doctors, so we don't really know what that means.
I know.
But it is what it is. Yeah, I know. The people acting as if you take the vaccine that all of a sudden you are 100% proof from the virus. That's not how vaccines work. It's like, how many people have gotten sick after they got the flu shot and they still got the flu? Like, that happens all the time, literally. Why? Well, it's because there's different freaking types of flu, you know, and sometimes your body just don't catch it in time and you get sick. Eventually your body will, do what it's supposed to do and, get rid of the sickness. But this is an obsession with the vaccine, a general obsession with COVID, brought to you by your lamestream media.
It's lamestream.
Stupid. A good slap your knee comedy.
The thing is, oh my gosh.
And it's like,
you can still carry it.
Yeah.
Even with the vaccine.
It's not, I don't know, people have been overblowing Kofifi for I don't know, the better part of a year now.
It sucks. Oh, and this morning we just found out that Rafaela's brother died, and mom said it was from COVID. So me and Alice were asking, wait, hold on, is it from COVID or they died with COVID? Because there's like 2 different things.
Yeah, well, they don't count it as 2 different things. They just count it as COVID.
Exactly. And they're like, we're arguing, mom, like, because mom was saying that her brother was healthy, whatever, and she wasn't suffering for anything else, and we were like, there's no way. And we're just going back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a common practice, and it's been found out multiple times. Where somebody got in a motorcycle accident, and died, and during the blood test where he tested positive for COVID, and they listed it as a COVID death, and it's like, no, he died because of the motorcycle accident, not because of COVID.
Wait, that's true?
Yes, that was absolutely 100% true. They've done the same thing with heart attacks. They've done the same thing with the regular flu. If you die from the regular flu, influenza, they'll list that as COVID as well. I think I don't know where it is, somewhere across the pond. There's some places are reporting 0 cases of flu, which is statistically impossible. It's quite literally statistically impossible that not a single person got the flu this year or last year. It's so, it's super sus to say the least. That's why people are calling it a hoax. People aren't saying that the virus is a figment or of people's imaginations. That's not what people are saying when they call it a hoax. What people are saying when they call it a hoax is that the reaction and the state reaction, especially all across the world, it's not just in the US, but the reaction by our states is irrational, it's overblown, and it doesn't correlate to what the data would suggest. Right? We've had worse diseases. I said worse diseases than COVID in the past, and we didn't do nearly this much. Even though, like I said, they've been worse. Like COVID is not some type of super virus. It never was. Yes.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, if you talk about stuff like that, you get labeled as spreading medical misinformation. You know, so
our video's gonna get taken down.
Huh?
Our video's gonna get taken down.
Probably. We have reviewed your video and found that it violates, or no, it's not even that we found that it violates. It's we feel that's their wording. That's YouTube's wording. Is we feel it violates our terms of services, which is the way that I think they're writing it. We feel. That's literally what they say when they strike channels and shit like that. They say that we feel. It's not it did or didn't. You know, it's not a statement of fact. It's a statement of opinion and emotion. We feel it did. You know, because if you ask them where, when, how, we feel it did. That's the response. There is no factual. You know, that's why YouTube's TOS means nothing. You know,
I mean, it's their company. They can do whatever they want, right?
Well, that's the thing. It's like they're leading to their own demise, because if you don't follow your own damn rules as stated, and whenever you want to censor somebody, you just amend the rules whenever you know, like literally on the spot, which is what they're trying to do with Crowder all the time. You know, they banned him again for no reason. Like they literally just leave this shit blank. Reason for your banning, reason for your strike, reason for this, just blank. You know, it's like, come on, man. Like people are gonna get tired of it. It's like any business. It's like if a business is constantly like pushing people out for no reason, and accusing you of, like, you know, not dressing properly or whatever, and it's like, but like, I have your dress code right here. I'm perfectly within lines of your dress code. It's like, oh no, we just changed it. What? Like, no, you can't. That's not. So it's you know, this is what happens with any product anywhere. It's like if they become anti-consumer, guess what? The consumers ain't gonna consume it no more. Eventually people gonna leave, you know. The problem is that they're freaking in cahoots with Facebook and all the other tech monopolies. Twitter and all that shit. Well, let me see if I could catch this actually. I'm trying to catch this. Oh, my finger's in the way. Alright, so hold on. We're pulling up to this beautiful Antifa billboard in where are we? Borden Avenue. Are we still in Manhattan?
We're like close.
We're close?
Looking in the border of Manhattan and Queens.
Alright, so we're between Manhattan and Queens right now. And you have there a billboard by Antifa. It's been there for months. It's been there for months. It reads, "No police, no Pelosi, no prison, no presidents. We want everything." Then you have the circle with the A, which is, everybody knows it's the it's the symbol of the idea that is Antifa, because, you know, Antifa isn't a real group. It's just a figment of our imagination, apparently. So yeah, yeah, nice and close right there. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, we got that. We're trying to catch that, but never really had a chance. I was never really paying attention, but it's just to show, you know, this is the state of New York. You know, they have apparently some ghosts got up there. It's just an idea, right? Right, Biden? It's just an idea. Yeah, you know, so an idea took some buckets of paints.
And a ladder.
I do, man. You know, but then they acting like, you know, what's the point? At a certain point, you gotta be like, you know what? You don't believe it? Okay. So then just let them do whatever the hell they want. Right? They're not really real, so they're not really doing what they're doing. So then there should be no repercussions whatsoever. Right? I mean, right? So just screw it. Just let them do whatever they want. You know, Portland, New York, Cali. Antifa's just an idea. So.
What? I saw this video about this, like one dude trying to climb a building, and he fell. Did you see that one?
Trying to climb a building?
Yeah,
I mean, that's happened plenty of times.
No, it was during a protest, and I don't know. I should have deep into the information.
Which protest was that?
I don't know. I was confused.
It was a leftist protest?
Probably because they're all wearing black. I'm like, okay, Antifa maybe?
Probably.
I thought you saw it.
Red, white, and black, or just black?
Just black.
Could have been anybody then.
That's true.
But they have popularized the blackout gear. So. So he was climbing a building. What happened? He just fell? Just ran?
No. The thing is, like he was trying to hang on. What's those awnings? That's by the very, that's by the entrance. You know, to block rain or whatever. So he tried reaching for the awning, and then once he tried to like grab onto the awning, he let go of the building side, and then he just fell down. And it was amazing. My karma's a bitch.
Yeah. The only thing that I've seen on the news, not even the news, but on YouTube in general, is this border stuff, because the border is not getting any better.
I heard it got worse ever since Biden.
Yeah, in case people think that the border situation has somehow magically been drastically relaxed, you are mistaken. It is still, in fact, a crisis. And people that are acting as if the border issue is not an issue, now that Biden's in office, but they were acting as if it was an issue back when Trump was in office, are completely and utter hypocrites. And they are liars, and they should be looked at with a very, very heavy eye of scrutiny. You know, I'm looking at people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, looking at people like Pelosi, you know, it's pretty much just most of the Democrats, because at least Ted Cruz has the decency to be like, yeah, it's still an issue, you know. But you know, everybody that was criticizing Trump for using cages and somehow now thinks that cages are okay, again, total hypocrites. I saw a video of it was a part of the border that actually had the slats up, but there were two smugglers with two kids, two coyotes with two kids. And yes, the smugglers are called coyotes to all those people that thought that when Trump said coyote, he was talking about actual freaking dogs. No, he was not talking about dogs. He was talking about the smugglers. That is what they are commonly referred to in the Latin culture. They are coyotes. They help smuggle. They are human traffickers, pretty much. Okay, this is what they do. It's not a legal operation. they are human traffickers. Okay, and that is a 100% accurate statement back when Trump used it. And there was a lot of people on Twitter that thought he was talking about dogs. It just shows you how little people that claim to have all this passion and care for people at the border know nothing about what the actual issue is. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, but they were shown on, I think it was like infrared camera, because they were like white and everything else was like just dark black or whatever. Yeah. And once, right, one smuggler helped the other smuggler climb the slats, and he sat down on top of the slats, right, and then he proceeded to pass the two kids to the guy that was on top of the slats, and the guy on top of the slats pulled the kid over to the other side, or to the United States side, and hang the kid by his arms like as slow as he could, and then just dropped him. And then the other kid got picked up, exact same thing. They hung him down as low as he could, and then just dropped him. right? We're talking about easily like a 10. It was either an 8. No, it couldn't. No, it had to be closer to 10, maybe 12 feet. Okay, right? So the kids had like I'm gonna say a solid 4 to 5 feet drop. You know, age of the kids 3 and 5. 3 and 5-year-olds. Yeah, and that's actually commonplace, so people don't understand. You know, this is why reinforcing the border is a good thing, right? Because we're trying to stop people, the coyotes, from literally sentencing children to death. Okay, if it weren't for Border Patrol, those kids would be dead. Those kids would die. People don't understand, like, the area of the actual border is a freaking desert. It's a freaking... People act as if you cross the border and you're just in Dallas. Yeah. It's like, nah, man. It's a desert. Freaking cactuses and scorpions. Cacti. And what's in Texas? Isn't that where we have Diamondbacks?
Snakes.
Right? Yeah, right? Like there's dangers, and then there's actual freaking coyotes. You know what I mean? Like there's actual dangerous wildlife out there that will 100% eat a 3 and 5-year-old. 100%. You know? But then all these Latins and Democrats, they're just like, see no evil, hear no evil. Like, dude, y'all were all acting all up in a rage when Trump was in office, doing all what he was doing at the border, and now y'all want to shut your mouths. Like, word. I see how it is.
It's like they have a one-track mind.
Yeah. They voted Biden into office, and all of a sudden they don't care to watch news anymore.
Everything's okay. Like they want to be lulled to sleep. Remember we talking about that one time?
What you mean?
The left lulling everybody to sleep. It's okay, guys. It's okay.
I'm just. It's just annoying, yeah. But that was tragic to see that, you know. And it's like, I think that they dropped the 3-year-old first. And the 3-year-old fell hard. He felt, or he or she, I can't really tell the gender of people from that type of camera, but the kid was like shook when he fell on the ground. You know, and the other kid, once he hit the ground, he was a little bit more put together. So I'm just thinking that was the older kid. But yeah, you don't. That's not safe. That's far from legal. That's the type of stuff that happens when you have a president that is literally saying that we're not going to turn away anybody. It's like, it's not about turning people away or not. It's about disincentivizing people from taking dangerous, unlawful acts that will inevitably lead to more people dying. Yeah. Right?
And who knows, these kids might survive and they might grow up to be criminals just because they have no parents. They're just by themselves in the streets.
And then who knows who they belong to? You know? You know, like the only proper thing to do is to contact Mexico and to be like, yo, who are these kids' parents? We gotta send them back to their parents. You know? That's the only proper thing to do. Biden has more people in cages than Trump did anyways, like so you know, it's what it is.
Is that like when Trump was in office, the left was trying so hard to push him out of presidency that they'll use everything against him that happened.
Yeah, but they absolutely sacrificed all of their morals. They pretty much crossed every line that you can cross. You know, like they are perfectly willing to sacrifice. When I say they, I mean the establishment left, right? We're talking about Pelosi and them, you know, the Democrats that are in charge, Cuomo's and freaking you know, the New Jersey governor, Like all these people that are elected officials that are on the left and are Democrat for the most part. Not all. There are some Republicans that are douchebags too. You know, the Republicans ain't that much better. But no, yeah, their constituents have stopped being people to them for a very long time now. We're just numbers, you know, including AOC. You know, she's literally built her entire livelihood, all her wealth has come from politics. She's one of those people that was literally acting in front of the camera, dressed up in all white, taking pictures of herself crying, quote unquote, because of the tragedy of holding kids in the border patrol facilities. And now that the exact same thing is still happening under Biden, she's out here talking about how it's white supremacy to call it a surge. What are you?
A surge? What is that?
A surge, because people have been saying that there's a surge of immigrants, not that Biden's in office.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's white supremacy. Don't call them a surge because they're not insurgents. Do you know English, lady? Come on. Oh my God. I mean, I don't understand her base, her fans. They're like the most gullible, emotionally controlled people on the planet. Don't call it a surge because they're not insurgents.
I don't understand that.
It's like if you add a prefix and a suffix to the word surge, all of a sudden it's white supremacy. You know, no, that's not. A surge isn't white supremacy. Stupid. Oh my God. You know, but again, she's one of these people that comes from a very wealthy background. You know, she grew up in, you know, she didn't grow up in the hood like she claims she did. This has already been established. You know, she went to a very nice school. She grew up in a very nice neighborhood with mostly white people. You know, and it's like she want to act like she's from the Bronx. Yeah. You're not. You're not from the boogie down Bronx, anyways. You know, you may be from the Bronx, but you ain't from the Bronx. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just tired of the fake stuff, and people just eat it up. People just they pretend to care when you know, for a little while, and then once they think they got their way, all of a sudden, oh, it's okay now. It's like no, like.
And also they hear what they want to hear and block everything else out.
It's just the left is full of uninformed, gullible fools.
Well, not all of them.
I said full of. I didn't say that they're all. I said the left is full of.
Yeah. Doesn't that mean all? Everyone's full of it? Like a cup is full of water. That means all of it is water. Mostly,
not all. So if I meant all, I would have just said all. But it's mostly just disappointing, you know. People think they know, but it's like, because the worst decisions are decisions made out of ignorance and misinformation, you know. Yeah. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next week, probably. I might do something else before then, but I don't know.
Oh.
See ya.